Rough. Who's into it? You into it?
We saw a tiger.
We saw a goddamn live tiger on Nitro. They've been getting my letters from the future. I've been lake housing WCW.
Please have Scott Steiner walk a uncooperative tiger to the ring.
Please.
Signed, Scott.
Please have Scott Steiner walk a live that wishes he was anywhere else tiger. You know what? I can relate to the wishes he was anywhere else tiger, because here we are doing a podcast about Nitro in late the year 2000.
I'm just going to quickly load up some information about
George,
how many...
Oh, I did. That's not... Okay. What I thought you were typing was where it said Google search, but I read it as George Soros, and I'm like, oh, we're getting political today.
Holy shit!
What?
There is an estimated 7,000 tigers living in the U.S., either in zoos or privately owned, according to estimates. That includes you.
I'm not privately owned.
I privately own
I've
you.
gone public.
I own your ass. Your ass is grass, and I'm going to eat it.
That's the saying.
To get the fur balls out.
So
that's a lot.
So I guess that answers the question: how do you get a live tiger to a wrestling show in Little Rock, Arkansas?
Just hit up someone who's got one.
Yeah.
I just like the article that I found that says, "Does the U.S. have a pet tiger problem?" Probably.
I wouldn't call it a problem.
Well, considering, what was that, like those kids that broke into that abandoned house to smoke weed, and they found just a tiger, and it was like...
It happens.
It was really, like, overweight and in a cage that was, like, not designed to keep a tiger in it.
It's for, like, a dog.
Yeah. Oh, look, it mentions Bengal tigers. How do you feel about that?
I mean...
Because you're a Bengal tiger.
No.
Oh.
That's not true.
But that looks like you.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's exactly you.
That looks like me if I was Indian.
Interesting.
It looks like me if I was doing Microsoft customer support over the phone.
Which is your day job, so...
So you're a Bengal tiger?
So you're a Bengal tiger.
So
Look, you're either a Bengal tiger or you're a retarded tiger. So it's one or the other.
How are those the only two options?
Those are the only two options.
Siberian?
No, they're retarded. You've seen the picture.
That's fake news.
Do you want to be one of these things?
What's that, a capybara?
Capybara.
They're interesting.
I don't know why that's in here. Does somebody have those as pets too?
I assume so. Wouldn't you love a giant rodent as a pet?
I mean, I'd prefer a wild cat that could murder me if it ever got slightly agitated.
Yeah, I essentially have a small version of that at home.
Have you gotten back the genealogy reports yet?
They did email me saying the DNA has been extracted and sent for sequencing. So I will probably know in a month or so, and my suspicions will be confirmed that I have a pet ocelot. Because I'm pretty sure that's what he is.
According to The Guardian, it is easier to buy a tiger in some states than to adopt a rescue dog.
Well,
and only 6% of the animals are housed in appropriate facilities.
That makes the decision so much easier. Because you're like, oh, I really want a tiger, but it's going to be so much harder than getting a dog. But guess what? Not anymore, baby.
Not anymore. Now you can just get one whenever you want.
I'd eventually like to adjust my living situation to a Roar 1981 scenario.
Yep.
Just giant wildcat preserve where they inevitably turn on you.
I would like to live in a world where... enough of these people that own tigers, get fed up with looking after them and just release them into the wild in Texas.
Yeah.
And then there's, a wild tiger population in Texas.
That would be sick. A fucking feral tiger problem in Texas.
Just like Pablo Escobar's hippos in Colombia.
Oh my god. So rad.
How there's so many of them now, and they've adapted to living there.
They're gentrifying the city.
There was 6, and now there's 50.
Yeah,
that's insane.
That's awesome.
So hey, I mean, Texas is probably a place that they could they sustainably live there though? Because
climate wise, yeah.
I guess there's enough deer and wild boar and
white trash
and
just eat people
and Latinos. But, like, yeah, they could definitely live their life if they really wanted to there.
Oh, that's a good next move for America.
Yeah. Well, or you just need to become, like, a billionaire, but, like, an evil billionaire, and then that's your plan.
Yeah.
Just take all of, like, buy everybody's captive tigers.
Yeah.
And just take them somewhere and just
let them go.
free. Run!
The Abraham Lincoln of tigers.
That could be you.
It could be me.
Better get cracking. You gotta raise $70 billion, but
I mean, I'm partway there.
you're a sliver of the...
I have $70.
Well,
all I need is $1 billion, and then I have $70 billion.
let's go to the casino right now.
20 gets you 40, 40 gets you 80. They do 3-card money at casinos, right?
Yeah. At local small casinos.
Just a guy at a table.
Yeah.
Outside the casino. They probably get mad at that. The casino probably get mad if you set up a 3-card money table outside the casino.
Outside the casino? Yeah, well, not if you get a proper permit and licenses. They can't shut you down if you've got the government's approval.
I've got all the paperwork. You know who doesn't have the paperwork? Pac, for coming to Mania weekend. Stupid.
Well, first problem is, don't not be American.
That is true. Your first mistake was not being American.
If you were American, we wouldn't have this problem.
See, unlike those tigers.
Nazi?
If those tigers were born in America, they have citizenship, right?
That is true.
So they have more rights than most Latinos in America.
And, like, blacks and trans and anyone who's ever been arrested or anything of that nature.
And Pac.
And Pac. And Aaron Neville.
What else is going on? I don't want to talk about the show yet.
What's in the news?
What's in the news? Bernie Sanders in the news. Sanders for president, as we saw on a sign on Nitro.
On Nitro.
Proof of time travel confirmed. I like Bernie Sanders' new platform.
You're gonna cry.
You're gonna cry.
Maybe
Piss your pants. Maybe shit and cum.
The top 1% are stealing all the piss and shit and cum from the working class middle class Americans.
Yay! If anyone listening hasn't heard that, turn this stupid podcast off immediately. Go search on YouTube anything to the effect of like Bernie Sanders takes back piss, shit, and cum. And it'll be the first thing that pops up. And it's the best.
I wonder if it's the first search for just Bernie Sanders.
It's probably not. I wish it was. I feel like he would become president if that was the case.
I'm going to see if it happens.
But, yeah, like, we can't stop listening to it. We can't stop saying it. It's become a problem. Is it the first Bernie Sanders
No, it's not. That's unfortunate. But is it in the first round of search results?
I don't know. There's probably a lot of Bernie Sanders stuff.
There is a lot of Bernie Sanders stuff. First page? No, it is not.
The top 5% of the top 76% of the top 30% are watching all the good Nitros, and I don't think that's fair.
How many good Nitros even are there?
2.
Well, that's sad. That's very disappointing.
September 4th, 1995.
September 11th.
September 11th, 2001. Those are the good Nitros.
Nope.
No? Too bad.
He's too important of a political figure to be smeared by this campaign.
That's too bad. How about Andrew Yang, whose platform is that he's Chinese?
Yeah, but he looks like he's a boy, a small boy in a position he shouldn't be in. He's the one that wants to give everybody $1,000 a month or something, right?
UBI, Universal Basic Income.
Ugh.
It's a lovely idea.
Where does that come from?
The bank.
The banks.
Look, we haven't thought that far. It's just a nice idea,
and
all right?
the corporations.
The banks and the corporations.
I am not of this earth. I am artificial intelligence.
We can talk about Neil Breen for a while too. That's another thing I do not mind talking about.
I just love awkward shower sex scenes where he's naked but the woman's not.
I love fully schizophrenic people making their own movies.
I also just love thinking that you are a genuine filmmaker, like that you understand,
And also Christ figure.
Yeah. And like his I mean, like I guess he's a liberal.
Yeah.
Because his all of his speech is about
Yeah.
how awful
evil
corporations are, and
corporations, and yeah.
I just love the scene.
I like his politics.
I love the scene at the end of Pass Through when
where he kisses the tiger. Callback.
Where all it's just the people standing in front of the White House, and then he's like, I am the manager of the bank, and I will no longer, or I will not be, I will not, I do not want to be here to face the consequences, and then just shoots himself in the head. the CEO of the bank. The only bank. All the banks are one bank, and he is the CEO.
I mean, if you want to get into it, all the banks are one bank.
And they're all run by one
group of gentlemen
of humans
who may or may not have 3 brackets on either side of their names. But that's a talk for another day.
Yeah. I do definitely...
Look, we gotta check our alt-right boxes or else we get kicked off iTunes.
Yeah. But we don't want to go too far, because
then we also get kicked off. The line we have to walk. You people don't know what we go through to just keep this podcast on the air.
It's a thin brown line.
It is a thin brown line.
Of piss
and shit and cum.
And calm.
Your goddamn dog is at the door.
Yeah, I can hear her.
I'm gonna shake her.
No, she doesn't like that. She's also not a baby anymore, so her brains have settled, so you can't mess them up.
Brains have settled.
Well, that's how you mush up babies'
I know.
brains.
Look, don't tell me how to scramble baby's brains. It wasn't
I feel like you've scrambled your fair share of baby brains.
I mean...
Oh my god.
Both physically and metaphorically. Oh, yeah, so Drew gets to go shake his dog, but I don't get to.
No, I threw a ball so she'd go away.
You shook her. Drew's putting on a gold chain.
I'm a Guido now.
This is a new character.
I'm Tony Mama Luke.
I don't mind gold chain, Drew.
Hey.
I'm okay with this guy.
Shut up, you face. Suck on my dick. I suck a you dick.
I suck a you dick.
I'm Chuck Palumbo.
The Chuck and Suck connection?
The Boss and Hug connection?
The Boss... Can we talk about the Boss and Hug connection?
I don't know. They remember when they both used to be good wrestlers?
Yeah.
And now they're whatever.
They had one of the best North American women's matches of all time, which is one of the top 12,000 world women's matches of all time. But take it where you can get it.
It's the best women's match featuring women who aren't Japanese.
Yeah. Which
I guess,
that's something.
And you know what? They're both not fully white, so one's Latino.
I was gonna say, has Bailey got some Rican in her?
I think her last name is
Ocasio-Cortez?
Gonzalez
Bailey
or something.
Ocasio-Cortez.
It's like Gonzalez or something, and then Sasha's black and white, or black and Latina.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they were so good, is because they're not white.
That's true. White women are the worst.
Oh, they are, in fact, the worst. Bailey is a Martinez.
Mm.
And it doesn't say what her ethnic background is, but it should.
But
it should.
And Sasha Banks is related to the family from Fresh Prince.
Yes, she's the child that was born after the show went off air.
Oh, okay. So she would have been the That's So Raven of the Cosby Show if Fresh Prince had continued.
She does have a hyphenated last name, and one of the hyphens is
Ocasio?
No, it's
Cortez.
It's some kind of ethnic, she's Latino or something. She's related to Brandy. Brandy's apparently her cousin,
and
so is Snoop.
Snoop Dogg. I was gonna say I assumed
Ray J, obviously, because
I assumed one of her hyphenated last names was Dog.
No, but her
Sasha
again doesn't say her ethnicity, but her background, but
Sasha Rodriguez -Dog
-Dog or -Lion.
Briefly. briefly and unsuccessfully.
She is way too young for how long she's been wrestling.
But not too young for your tastes. Too old for your tastes, if anything.
Mm-hmm. She's not, wasn't born in the correct era.
The 2010s. Listen, man, I don't fuck with no girls born before the 2010s. I like the, it's my new character, the confident black pedophile.
I'm gonna call some bullshit right here, because going through the deep dive that is Wikipedia, and under personal life for Bailey, it doesn't say anything about her personal life. It just says it does, but it just says that she cites and then like all these wrestlers as her influences in wrestling, and like all of them are like late 90s, like into the 2000s people that she would have grown up with, but then also has the fabulous Moolah.
Cool.
Because you were watching so much fabulous Moolah growing up.
I don't know, she probably saw Fabulous Moolah get powerbombed through a table by the Dudleys in 99.
And that was enough to make her be like, oh, I want to be like her.
Yeah.
I want to be a completely wasted...
I want to be an old, battered woman.
Useless waste of time.
Who in her younger years was the most exploitative piece of shit in women's wrestling history.
I love how much came out about her after she was dead.
Man, we gotta start naming more battle royals after people just to see the shit that comes out.
Yeah.
Because apparently when you do that, it just goes down.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a real slumlord.
She was. She really was. Hey, she's a nice lady.
Yeah.
We should definitely... They should change the Andre the Giant Battle Royal to the Vince McMahon Battle Royal. Because I want to learn some stuff.
Just wait and see what happens.
Yeah. I want to know everything.
I feel like we're not going to learn anything until he's dead.
No.
And even then,
it's going to be tough. We're going to need to dig.
No, I bet you that like there'll be a bunch of people that are never going to work for WWE again that will definitely come out and say some shit.
Yeah, I hope so.
I bet. I betcha. Oh my god, I forgot how stupid the Raw Women's title history is. Of just like constant title changes between like 3 people.
Yeah.
Charlotte, Sasha.
Well, yeah, there's that thing where
Charlotte, Bailey, Alexa, Sasha.
That thing where Sasha would lose in her first defense every single time. Yeah. She'd win it on Raw and then lose it immediately at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
To Charlotte.
The Raw Women's title is literally the Never title. The Never Trios titles. Because, like, it's only been around since 2016. Yeah. We're already on 14.
Pretty good.
And it's just, like, Alexa Bliss 3 times, Sasha 4 times, and Charlotte 4 times. Yeah. And then 1 Bailey, 1 Nia Jax, and 1 Ronda Rousey.
I like how Alexa Bliss's career is secretly over, and they're not telling us.
It's just a page 2.0.
It's a full page.
And it's because they don't want to admit that women aren't good and aren't safe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looping back around to white women. They're not good.
I don't tell you.
Were there any white women on this show? No. Medeja's colored.
Is she?
She's something.
I don't know if she is.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I think she might just be like a tan,
a dark white?
A gross tanned white girl. She's real fake looking.
I don't know about a dark white.
Medeja.
Are you looking her up?
Well, if you think that she has a Wikipedia page, you're drunk.
You're mistaken.
Scott Steiner. I feel like there's a real low energy in this room right now, and we're not doing a very good job of talking.
You should sit up straighter.
People can hear me. It's fine.
No one can hear you.
Yeah, everyone can hear me. It's fine. But I just feel like we don't have anything good to talk about, so we're literally just killing time so we don't have to talk about fucking WCW.
I don't know. We got confident black pedophile.
Yeah, that's not enough to carry us, though.
Alright, so you're talking about Nitro, then?
I mean, I guess. Oh, she has a Wikipedia page.
Medeja does?
Her last name is McCollum, so she's definitely white.
Sounds pretty white.
Melinda Medeja McCollum from Seattle, Washington.
Triple M?
Yeah.
Interesting.
From Seattle, Washington. She is 49 years old, and she was trained by the power plant, which is interesting.
I am surprised she was trained.
I mean, trained, I think, is a loose term.
But, like, she never had matches, really. Oh?
Oh, no, she's still just white. But she did apparently go to school in Mexico. But she's just white.
I think just because she didn't get accepted anywhere in the United States.
She was also, she was an actress in Bubble Boy.
The Jake Gyllenhaal classic?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Famous Icelandic actor, Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's of Swedish descent.
I assume it's something Scandinavian, but it is fun to say it that
Jake
way.
Gyllenhaal.
I'm Jake Gyllenhaal. Velvet Buzzsaw was not very good.
That is an understatement if I've ever heard an understatement. It was shit.
It was bad. It was just, like, I kept wanting it to be something, and then it just kept being an episode of Goosebumps.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're like the same director and actor that did Nightcrawler, which was great.
Great.
Like, what's up, guys?
Riz Ahmed wasn't it? That's what it was.
I guess you need Riz Ahmed.
Riz was the man.
Riz is pretty sweet.
Rizza. Jizza.
Oh man, Riz Ahmed and his rap partner Jizz Ahmed. All right, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
We got it. So, fun thing for this Nitro. One professional wrestler, Johnny
That's a
Cockstraw.
loose
One
term.
wrestler, question mark?
Human being?
Who at WrestleMania weekend will be having a 1-minute Iron Man match with Dick Justice.
Pretty good.
Which is pretty sweet.
Pretty good.
Was that the idea was then stolen by GCW.
Really?
And Chuck Taylor and Trent Barretta are doing the same thing.
Before or after?
After.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought they were doing it before, which I
Yeah.
thought was really funny. I'm like, oh, you guys got fucked.
Yeah.
Now, you still got fucked, but at least you do get to do it first.
Yeah.
On a show that no one will see. But what are you going to do?
Who's to make pass judgment? Like,
Yeah.
you live your life.
Only God can judge me.
If God was real.
Only Dog can judge me.
Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Snoop.
Dwayne Chapman?
No, Sasha Gonzalez Dog. Only she can judge me. So, Johnny Crockstrong, Chris Frank, whatever you want to call him, friend of the show. He hasn't been on the show.
I don't want to call him anything. He can call me by my name.
You can call he can call you by his name. You can call him Ray. You can call him Jay. So what he did was he messaged me late one night, I believe, and said that he is going to prep for. So he's going to take prep because he's going to start raw dogging dudes. But he's also going to prep for this episode of the podcast.
He'd better win the main event at one of our FurCon shows so that he can get a month's supply of poppers as trophy.
So he decided to prep for this by watching the Nitro in advance, which is something he said he doesn't even do for the movies on How Did This Get Made. So take that, Paul Scheer, June Diane Raphael, and Jason Mantzoukas. We are a more important podcast than you now, and higher listenership, I believe.
From one specific demographic, at least.
From one specific demographic, probably. And not only did he watch it, he live tweeted me his thoughts on it as he went along. So we will be presenting those as they. Should we do it like present as they come up, or should we just like run through it at the end? I guess just do it as we go along.
As they come up.
Yeah. So we arrived back in Little Rock, Arkansas from...
We are no longer
Down
in
under.
Australia. We are now back in the USSA.
I fucked a wallaby. It's like a roo, but it's smaller and they don't fight so much.
That wasn't Australia.
I lost it. What you gotta do with Australian is you gotta fuck up the vowels big time.
Yeah. Got a long O's.
Well, yeah, 'cause the trick to Australian is the way you pronounce the word no is with 12 syllables. No.
So, Arkansas, that's a place that I want to be.
That's where...
After I've spent almost a month in Australia, and they're like, alright guys, back to the US, where are we going? Like, Atlanta, or maybe Florida, like...
Deep South.
Deep South. Like, oh, thanks.
Where Bill Clinton's sex crimes began.
That is true. That is very true, with a very young woman.
Who's the one in
president?
Who is the president?
I'm the president.
Who is America? Who was the girl that Clinton did stuff with in Arkansas?
She was a reporter, right?
Flowers?
Yeah, Flowers.
Jennifer?
Jennifer Flowers.
Jennifer Flowers? Yeah. Good for her.
Good memory by the autistic boy.
The pre-Louis... Hey, that's the thing. Someone, not yesterday, but the show before, had some historical question for me and said, "Hey, Scott, you're a good I think you said you're a good historian." And I'm like, "Yes, that's the nice way to say it." Not autistic.
You'll be the first one to admit you're autistic.
You could have a good memory and not be autistic.
Two things. Jennifer is spelled with a G.
Oh, and for that reason, I'm out.
She's currently 69.
Nice. Guess what? You know what? I'm back in. I'm in for 100%.
Yeah.
I want to put in a $10 million stake for 1% of the company.
I also forgot to look up how old Clinton was when all that shit happened with Monica Lewinsky.
With Monica, Clinton would have been...
He was born in 46.
So he was early 50s.
Not old enough. I want him to be older. I wanted there to be a much bigger gap between the two.
I mean,
she was 22.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be like he was already 61.
I mean, it is like 35 years.
More.
No, sorry. Yeah, no, 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
I want more.
I would...
More.
50 years would be better.
That'd be fucking great.
Yeah. If, like... Yeah, because Stormy Daniels wasn't that young, right?
No, she's old.
Yeah.
She's gross.
But, like, if Trump, like, fucked someone barely legal now, like, that'd be sweet.
That'd be fucking disgusting.
Like, 55 years difference.
Stormy Daniels is, in fact, 40 years old.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I guess that's 30...
Trump's 30-plus years older than him, so that's actually Clinton Lewinsky.
That is Clinton Lewinsky, just that she's much older.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 72.
Yeah. Pretty good. Could be better, but pretty good. What other...
I love that it states that he flip-flopped parties. That he claimed he was a Republican from 87 to 99.
Yeah.
Then he was a Democrat... he was a Democrat until 87.
Yeah.
Then he was a Republican from 87 to 99.
Yeah.
He was a Democrat again from 2001 to 2009.
And then when he decided Obama was born in Kenya.
Yep. But he also claimed that he was a part of the Reform Party in 99 to 2001.
Ooh, Nader.
And he was part of the Independent Party from 2011 to 2012.
Sure. Like, he doesn't have an actual party.
No.
Like, most of his own party doesn't agree with him.
Ooh, his second wife is not a person I need to look at. Marla Maples.
Marla Maples. What was Ivana first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, she's not.
And Melania third, or has there been four?
Melania is 3.
And Melania makes 3.
And Melania is fine looking, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I have a valid opinion on her. She's also only 48.
Yeah.
And she's the mother of the child we're not allowed to make fun of because it's unfair to make fun of kids.
But come on.
It's dumb. I think if you're a public figure, you should be allowed to do whatever the hell you want.
1, his name's Barron.
His name is Barron.
2, he's
Von Raschke.
2, he's mentally retarded.
I don't know if is he? I don't think he is.
I don't know, he's something, I think. I might be thinking of the Palin kid also.
Which one? There's like 30.
Well, the retarded one.
Which one? There's like 10.
Ugh. I don't know.
I don't know, I got nothing.
You seemed like you were on something.
So, yeah, we're back in Arkansas where Slick Willie was doing his thing, getting a beach on the slide. Surprisingly, this show opened with a match.
Yeah.
So, Perfect Event comes out, and they kind of review all of the tension between Palumbo and O'Hare and Coach Nash.
They come out with their dad, Kevin
so then,
Nash.
out comes the Harris brothers, who, up until this point, have been full-blown heels.
Also Nazis.
Also Nazis, but you can be a face Nazi.
Sure.
Yeah, you just gotta find the right crowd. I feel like maybe Little Rock might be... Maybe they're still heels, and because we were in Little Rock...
Oh, that makes
that's why
sense.
they were getting popped.
I assume next week's show is in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Yeah. We thought it was heel. We're like, nope.
Because super babyface Harris boys.
Super babyface Heavy D.
Yeah.
Doing like fast-paced offense.
I wasn't ready
and
for
we're
it.
like, what the fuck is this?
I was not prepared.
There was one funny thing where Kevin Nash goes on commentary, and then he calls... he says how, Sean Stasiak, isn't a team player. He's just an... there's no I in team. He's just an idiot.
Yeah.
Where then Mark Madden goes, there's two I's in idiot, actually. And he goes, yeah, there is. And he goes, but... he said, there's also only one I in Sammy Davis Jr.
That was a good joke. Mark Madden's okay sometimes.
That was a good joke. He's still a man in a pig costume.
No, he's still
or a pig in a man costume.
Yeah. He's a pig in a toupee.
But that was pretty good. And then the Harris brothers get a clean win as faces.
Yeah.
And that was insane.
Strange.
And then at the end, there's a Kevin Nash turns on Palumbo or on Stasiak, but then doesn't really.
Yeah.
But sort of does. He grabs him by the throat and backs him up into the corner and gets real aggressive, he's gonna punch him.
Yeah.
And Madden keeps referring to him as Bobby Knighting.
Yeah.
He's going to Bobby Knight him, and which is great, very topical at the time. Then we just get a series of just bad stuff. Mike Sanders does a really terrible promo in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Frank comments. So his first line of comments is that Sean Stasiak is the David Starr of WCW.
I assume just based on looks, they look similar-ish.
Then he also said H-bomb because the Harris brothers did in fact do an H-bomb to Chuck Palumbo. Then he says Kevin Nash goes full Bobby Knight on
Star of David emoji.
Great segment. End the episode now.
Call it a win. Let's end this.
So then we get a really bad Mike Sanders promo. He's terrible. Talking about how he's setting...
Why did he get so much screen time? He's like 2000s Baron Corbin.
He's new and young, and they just have to push somebody.
That's right, yeah.
Gotta nuke something.
Someone's really behind him. I don't know who or why.
He says that later tonight, because he's got a kickboxing match against the Cat at the pay-per-view, he's lined up the 3 toughest guys in WCW for him to fight later on.
3 Asian men. Kaz Hayashi, Jimmy Yang, and James Gibson.
Jamie San.
Oh, sorry. Jamie San.
Because Jamie, notorious Japanese name.
Forgiveness, please.
Then we get Mean Gene and Booker in the ring. Booker's cutting a promo, just, trying to get him over as a face, even though he's already over as a face.
Yeah.
With some of the worst camera work
I was going to say, where you pointed out the camera work.
It literally goes from a full in on Booker, back out to a 2, back into Booker, pulls all the way back to reveal a wider shot of the 2, and then all the way back into Booker. It's literally the person in the production truck was like, oh, we should have 2 cameras in there. I don't know which one to choose.
If you slightly speed it up, it's literally just like the 3D gags that they used to do on SCTV, where they just go whoa up to the camera,
or just camera work now, where they every time you're doing a strike, you have to go in.
Current WWE camera work,
because literally everything WWE gets is from WCW.
Yeah.
If you look back, there's so much stuff they steal from WCW.
Bad booking,
bad trying to get sympathy for people, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So then Scott Steiner comes out, and he pretty much says he's going to beat the shit out of Booker, and then he refers to needing an Ebonics...
An Ebonics dictionary. Yeah, it was funny.
Chris Frank's comment is just, fuck yes, Big Papa Pump. And then he said, I legit can't understand Scott Steiner is saying in the promo about Mike Awesome. Oh, that's afterwards. So Scotty and Booker start brawling in the aisle. Jarrett comes down to beat up... We didn't see Sting again, did we? Interesting.
Oh yeah, that was his only appearance.
Yeah. to like do nothing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
Yeah, we got like very little Jarrett and Sting on this,
Jarrett
considering they have like a big match.
and considering
on
Jarrett's
Sunday.
usually like always on
Yeah.
the show. So Jarrett comes down and attacks Booker from behind. They get to the ring and brawl. Sting comes down to make the save. Then out comes the entire roster to like separate them, except for Mike Awesome, who Tiger Alley sings himself and goes into business and just starts beating up Scott Steiner.
Yeah, that was sweet.
So then we go to the back, and Steiner does a big angry promo about how
he's out of his mind and incomprehensible.
Yeah, like completely cannot understand a word. He also says, "So hard,"
I'm gonna hit you so hard.
and talks about like beating up Awesome later in the night.
Says something about lamb to the slaughter. Ba ba ba
ba ba ba. So next out we have Mike Sanders coming out for his, which I wrote down as kickboxing bullshit.
Yep.
Which was then revealed the sign from the time traveler, Sanders president. So out come the Young Dragons. Sanders does this thing where he's got boxing gloves and headgear on, and the Japs are just fists, and that's it.
No gear.
So he decides to when the referee's not looking, Sanders takes out a water bottle and pours it on his gloves. To which Shivani says "Oh, he's pouring water on them. That's gonna make those gloves heavier." Yes, that one squirt of water,
you idiot,
on the outside of the glove makes them heavier.
That's how they do it. That's how the pros do
you
it.
You fucking idiot.
They call this one the Stinger.
Because they don't just use that one anymore. Essentially it's just poison or
I think it's poison.
It's something.
Yeah,
and
I think it's full Belle Biv DeVoe.
And so at one point the first one he fights is Jimmy Wang Yang, who then backs him up in the corner
Noble first.
Oh, so yeah, it was Jimmy's on first. So he gets closer and rubs the glove in his face, then he can't see, punches him, knocks him out, whatever. Jimmy Yang comes in and then just starts unloading on him.
Yeah.
And then he gets him in the corner, rubs it on his eyes. Oh no, a big punch knocks him out. Kaz comes in and just starts kicking his ass.
Yeah.
And then finally he gets over and
gets him in the corner.
He takes the whole bottle and opens it and dumps it and then gets him, whatever. So then he the dumbest fucking thing, he pulls out his cup. Just his his jock out of his cup. His cup out of his jock.
Lei Meow, who is managing the Dragons, has that always been a thing? I feel like we last saw her with the Varsity Club 9 months ago.
No, she'd managed them a little while ago.
All right.
They just haven't been on TV for a while.
Yeah.
Actually, this was a lot of returns for a lot of people.
It was, yeah. So she low blows him.
Yeah.
He no-sells it. The way we know he no-sells it is because the announcers say he no-sold it.
Yeah. Yeah. It just exposed the business.
And so he then takes out his cup that protected him,
Dumps,
pours poison on it, and stalks her in the corner.
Tries to put it in her face.
That's rape.
That is 100% rape. That is something that no one wants.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Ruh-roh.
That's rape.
That's rape. And so then the Cats music plays, and out comes that lady who is a slut, Miss Brown.
Jones,
whatever. She's brown, so that's why.
Remember the song by
Mr. Jones and me.
Not Counting Crows.
I don't know. It's the only Jones song I could think of.
The one I was singing earlier with that I only know because
fuck my dad with me.
That one's good too. But yeah, she comes down. Oh, you made yourself laugh.
Yeah, I don't know it. She comes down to cause a distraction. The cat slides in behind, hits a badass kick.
Really good.
A really good kick.
A fine feline.
And then,
is it still called that?
Yeah, I think it's called feliner.
Great.
And then he starts doing his James Brown, oh, I'm tired. That's the end of the. I've performed. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And then she gets in, puts the coat on him. They dance, whatever. Chris Franks.
At which point, Chris writes,
the cat is in the number one slot this week for his kick and his James Brown bit.
Yeah, he was good.
So then from that we get Chronic, who comes out and just cuts kind of an incoherent promo, just rambling on about. Chronic, this wasn't personal, but now it's personal. But the money we got paid for this doesn't matter anymore.
Well, I liked our headcanon for it after they said this started business and it's personal, and now we're in love with you, Bill Goldberg.
Now Brian and me want to kiss you.
That's such a more interesting storyline. This promo highlighted the disparity in voices between the two Bryans.
Because Bryan Adams, like, really...
Full wrestler voice.
Rasps up his voice and, like...
And can only yell.
And only yells.
Yeah.
And then Brian Clark gets in the mic, he's like,
kind of a pussy.
Oh, you guys, Bill, we're gonna beat you up later.
Brian Clark sounds like Jordan Peterson.
Or like Woody Allen.
I don't know if he's that Jewish, Jewy, nebbishy. But yeah, he's just like a higher and wimpier than you'd expect.
Yeah. They do like...
actually, it's cool not to get pussy. That's my Jordan Peterson.
That's pretty good. Chris Frank points out
trans people are evil.
A wonderful comment that he loves the close-up on Bryan Adams' face in the promo. They do actually get very tight on him, so maybe to emphasize the yelling. Like he's coming
yelling
through
at
your
me.
TV, right?
Yeah.
Like, so before they can finish whatever the hell they're doing, 3 counts music plays.
Yeah.
3 count come out and then reveal that they've
hired Chronic.
They've hired Chronic to stop anyone from interrupting them from singing because they're going to perform all of their songs for the rest of the night. Which Chronic then says, no, we're just gonna kick your ass. So then
I like how 3 count promised the 2 songs we know.
Yeah,
and then a bunch we don't.
Chronic then just beats the shit out of them.
Yeah, which is a weird way to get over Chronic as heels.
By beating
go against Goldberg in the main event in 6 days.
Main event.
But, okay. So Chronic kicks their asses.
Chronic kicks their asses, and then it becomes a match?
And then it just turns into a real match.
But then, is there even a pinfall at the end? Because, like, they give... Shannon Moore gets the... No, Evan Courageous gets the death penalty. No, the justice for all.
The gun thing.
The gun...
we can never remember what it's called.
It's
so full Nelson
It's
slam.
so fucking dumb. And then
Shannon Moore gets a really good meltdown.
Really good meltdown. I mean, to be fair, he's like 150 pounds, and Brian Clark is a monster.
Clark just whips him.
And then they give him Shane Helms the high times.
Yeah.
But I don't ever remember there being a pin.
I feel like that was just the high times, and that was
just the end of the match. So they leave. Then Chris Frank he wishes that we would start an NBA 2000 podcast next, since it's coming soon in the timeline of Nitro.
Yeah,
because on the bottom corner, several times,
they keep just saying like NBA
coming soon,
like November 1st or whatever,
yeah.
And we're like, man, I can't wait for the 2000 NBA season.
So then we get a Nash promo in the back.
Who won that year? Spurs?
2000 would have been the Lakers. No, they were 2001. Dallas Mavericks.
Could be Mavs. I got Spurs in my head, but I might be off.
It might actually, I don't know. It might have been, I mean, the Spurs are a very valid option.
If it's Spurs, you have to kiss me on the cheek.
I don't know that's going to happen.
And I definitely won't turn around in the process of you kissing me and make you kiss me on the lips.
No, it was the Lakers.
Well done.
The Lakers beat... You're never going to remember. You're never going to know this.
Who they beat?
Yeah.
The Pelicans.
Indiana Pacers.
Oh, Reggie.
Whose head coach, Larry Bird. I knew he was their coach, but I didn't know that they went to the finals with him as the coach.
I don't think I knew he was their coach. That's interesting.
But, yeah. So...
Was that the Lakers' first with Kobe?
That would have been...
Kobe debuted in what, 98?
Yeah. Hall of Famers, Finals, Championships.
This is a research podcast now.
The Spurs won the year before. They won 99.
Goddamn close.
Triangle around. Yes.
Yeah, the first Kobe Lakers, yeah.
So we get Kevin Nash in the back cutting a promo where he buries WCW and shoots all over them for firing Scott Hall 3 days before his birthday, and then insists that, like, you know, this outsider gimmick isn't a work, brother. It's a shoot.
Like, they're letting him do it.
Yeah, they're in charge.
Who's running the show?
No one. Literally no one.
Do
we even know who the booker is?
I have no idea. I guess it's still Russo. I don't know.
Or Kev.
But, yeah, like, someone's, like, more than one person said, okay, go do that.
Yeah. And not the only time, because then he does it later in the ring.
Yeah, no, he does it
So,
twice on the show. He's wearing a Scott Hall shirt,
Yeah.
which actually I like. It says "Hey Yo," but the O in Yo is a martini olive.
Yeah, and then the back says "Last Call Hall."
Yeah, which is cool. Always fun to exploit alcoholism.
Yeah. But, like, this actually made me... This and the promo that happens a little bit after this, like, really made me remember, like, man, Kev was Scott... Like, diehard Scott to the end.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no matter what Scott did,
Kev
was his bro.
Yep.
Like, that's a friendship you can only dream of having.
Yeah, no, those are squad goals.
No matter how much Scott would show up drunk and, like, have to, like, the bookings would have to get changed,
Yep.
or, like, he would get sent home or suspended or, like, beat up his wife, and, like, Kev was there until the end.
5
Like,
DUIs in a year.
Good for him. That's a good friend.
He's a friend.
I wish I had a friend like that.
Click.
Click till you die.
Click till you die.
Click, boom, a good saliva song.
I didn't like that you looked me right in the eyes when you said I wish I had a friend like that.
Hey, I got you a matzo burger yesterday. What did you get me?
Unsolicited yesterday.
What did you get me? Nothing.
So I got you something once. I guess I got you a Milky Way fudge to the last show you didn't come to.
Then we're even.
Now we never have to do anything for each other again.
Kisses. After this, we get MIA come to the ring as Team Canada.
Yeah.
To which you were very disappointed that Chavo playing Wine Time was not in blackface.
I stand by it.
I also concur. If you're going to commit to the gimmick, go full out,
If you're going to commit to the gimmick, be the Wall and play Jim Duggan as fully mentally retarded.
It was great.
And he was the best one.
It was great.
He was the best one.
He was playing Duggan, like, so perfectly that, like, I would imagine that in the back, Duggan was mad at how much he was playing him, like,
yeah.
Hey, no Lance on this show.
No, any Team Canada on the show.
I don't care about the rest of them. I only care about Lance. I guess Prime Time's fine, but, like, I want some Lance.
Yeah, no Lance. Gotta wait for the pay-per-view for that.
But it was a pretty good promo.
Wasn't bad.
I thought
it wasn't quite DX Nation.
I thought,
and 100% less blackface than DX Nation.
That's true. I do feel like well, number one, at one point because we have the broadcast version, not the network version.
Yeah.
The word "rection" got censored.
Yeah, which is funny.
But I thought that Hugh Morris actually did a pretty good Lance Storm.
Yeah, he did.
He impersonated him very well.
His wig didn't look like Lance at all.
No.
Also because Lance Storm's hair is unreplicatable.
It's because it's not real hair.
It is not of this earth.
It's weird.
Yeah, but no, like
it's a full head of hair, but the thinnest full head of hair.
Yeah, no, he's simultaneously has a full head of hair and is completely bald. It's so weird.
But I thought it was a pretty good promo.
No, the impression was good.
It was really good promo.
Yeah.
Chris Frank said that Wine Time is somehow only the third most offensive gimmick Chavo's ever had. I would agree.
So we got Kerwin White.
And Stealing Mexican.
Yeah.
Now,
where had we thrown blackface into the mix, where does it fall on the top three? I think still
two.
I think still below Kerwin White.
I think below Kerwin White. Yeah. When you become a white golf man, like lives in the suburbs and has a personal caddy.
By the way, fuck Chris Benoit for ruining Kerwin White. Because if Chris Benoit hadn't
I feel like you're the only one that might be mad about that.
If Chris Benoit hadn't wilded out.
How do we know that Chavo didn't kill Benoit to get rid of Kerwin White? Did you ever think about that?
That's
conveniently Chavo was the one that got the phone call
and
knew about like the dogs
were
being
in the cool area
and the back door was unlocked and they never found Benoit's cell phone.
This is a fan theory I can get.
And there was beer cans near the body, but then his blood alcohol level was 0, and then Chavo conveniently gets to stop being Kerwin White and gets a very vague push on TV.
Interesting.
How come no one talks about that? Investigate Chavo Guerrero.
Investigate 311.
So after this, then now
I'm definitely using a picture of Kerwin White for the thumbnail. Of
course.
On this. Yeah.
We should also listen to his theme song after this.
Yes.
So now we get the Natural Born Thrillers to the ring with Coach Kev.
Is Kerwin even a name?
It's not a white person name. Like, his name should have been, like, Bob White.
Yeah.
Or
Bradley.
Or Tom White.
Bob Tom
White.
Or Beto.
Beto O. White. So Natural Born Thrillers come to the ring with Coach Kev. Coach Kev, again, I wrote, exposing the biz as per the use.
Yeah, uses terms both work and shoot.
Work and shoot. Again, talks about how Scott
Talks about how he
Hall
loves Scott Hall.
is his best friend, and you'll see Scott Hall again.
No, well, you won't in WCW.
Not in WCW, but in the...
And also, you haven't in WCW for
a year.
7 months.
Yeah, that's right. When he had that weird triple threat match at, like, February? March?
Or maybe Feb.
Maybe Feb?
Maybe Feb. So
Right, it was like right at the beginning.
Yeah, I think it was Feb.
So pretty much...
Also, he no-showed the Nitro before that pay-per-view.
Yeah. So we're lucky we even got the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So Nash pretty much says that because Stasiak hasn't been a team player, that he's going to give him tough love, and if he's going to be on his own, like if he's going to fight against them, he's going to...
And also, the first time Nash was out during the very first segment, when he said to the announcers, "It's going to be tough love," and they said, "What's that mean?" He said, "You're going to see it on Vivid Video."
Vivid Video.
I'm like, is he going to fuck him?
I think that's what he meant.
Okay.
So Stasiak's on his own. Out comes Goldberg. Goldberg then...
Is that where Chris wrote a funny thing about Goldberg, or did he write it earlier? Where Goldberg is the new David Starr of WCW because reasons.
There was some stuff. Oh, sorry. He did write. He wrote good spots, but can't tell a long story, and also killed themselves justifiably.
What match was that?
I don't know. It's between.
What did it come after?
It's after the MIA promo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a brief Mike Awesome promo in the back, just talking about how he's not afraid of Scott Steiner.
It's fine.
And he said Mike Awesome is the Mitch Hedberg of WCW. But then he just said good spots, but can't tell a long story, and also killed themselves justifiably. So it must be. He must mean the Goldberg Stasiak match because there's nothing else.
Crowbar Vampiro.
That's after.
He might have taken
That's after.
Then I don't know.
Then he also said that he's still super psyched about the start of the NBA season.
Me too.
Then he said Bill Goldberg is the new David Starr of WCW because reasons. Goldberg hits a bad spear on Stasiak and then a bad jackhammer.
Yeah,
and then pins him and then cuts a promo about Chronic being bitches and he's going to beat up two of them and whatever. So then Chris Frank says, "Oh, good God, I paused the video. We're only halfway."
And that was the one thing of his I replied to. I'm like, Chris, that is some day one-ish right there. Classic mistake. Never pause Nitro. No matter how far through it you think you are, you're halfway.
Yeah. So then he says, this is an excellent time to zoom in on the confused juggalos in the crowd.
Yep.
And then, so after that, then we get the Boogie Nights come to the ring.
For what we thought was the third straight Boogie Nights versus Jindrak and O'Hare.
However, what we first get is the worst fucking promo that has ever been written in the history of professional wrestling. Not even exaggerating,
so
it might be the worst.
We both crawled up into our own assholes to get away from this
believe I tried to ostrich style bury my head under you.
In me.
Now, correct me if I'm incorrect. Did that song not come out in 99?
I think it could have been 2000. I think it could have been that year.
I'm gonna look it up because
that doesn't make it okay.
But I'm hoping that if it was 99, that means
it was even out of date then.
Out of date.
Now, before we get to this promo, I think this promo in 2019 would be funny.
Now,
because it'd be ironic, but it's too fresh here.
No, it was 2000.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in July, so it
is fresh.
It was out for a little.
It was the hit of the summer.
Yeah.
So, what happened here?
Disco came out and said...
Cutting a serious promo.
And said that him and Alex have been in the back, and there's a lot of people that are trying to figure out the answer to this. There's a big problem in the back, and we need to solve this now. So Alex and I are out here right now. We're just gonna announce that we're gonna start our investigation into who let the dogs out, where they are, how many dogs there were, and I wanted to blow my fucking brains out.
It was so bad.
It's not even funny.
It was horrible.
Even if it's trying to be bad funny.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't even bad funny. It was just
so embarrassing.
Stupid. So then out comes Jindrak and O'Hare, and we're like, okay, here's just going to do another rematch. They've had one good one and one bad one.
This is
Maybe
gonna break the tie.
This is the deal. This is the deal breaker.
Yeah.
This could be a good one or a bad one. And then they announce...
Then Disco goes to commentary.
Yeah.
And we're like, what's happening?
And then out comes Kidman and Ray.
Yeah.
So what it is...
Ray's wearing large, like, glued-on devil horns.
But he's wearing pants that fit him.
And pants that fit, so a step up.
I'll take it.
But if he wrestles in those horns, someone will...
Which he does.
Yeah.
He does for, like, the rest of the year, I think.
I've seen him with little ones before. Those are
I think he wrestles the bigger ones.
That was some Maleficent shit.
I think we'll be surprised that he wrestles in those big ones.
How did no one ever get hurt?
I don't think they're, like, solid. Like, I think they would bend on his head if somebody hit them.
And also, I don't think they ever came off.
They're probably just glued into his scalp.
Or like, forever?
Probably. Crazy glued on, man.
Jesus.
So it ended up being Alex Wright versus Billy Kidman versus Mark Jindrak.
A preview of the three-way tag.
At that preview. Now, I had said that's the three best members of each team.
And I had to think about it.
And you had to... Well, first you said, I don't know, I think Sean O'Hare.
But I might just be thinking of his finisher.
But then I said, he does two really good moves.
Yeah.
But I think the rest is nothing.
Jindrak is better at jumping to the top rope without using his hands.
Here's the thing is, I think Jindrak is way more athletic.
Yes.
So he has a higher ceiling.
Yeah.
But then now that I'm thinking about it...
By the way, higher ceiling is a phrase I was trying to say yesterday in some context and couldn't remember for like 2 hours.
I think he's got a higher ceiling...
I was like, he has a higher top?
Roof. His roof is higher.
No, I had full...
He's got a 4-story house.
I had full mush brain. It was bad.
That's okay. I have mush brain all the time. But I'm thinking about it now. He has a higher ceiling and he does more athletic things.
Yeah.
But he also botches more.
Yes.
At this point. But I still think he's the better member.
Yeah.
I feel like O'Hare's got a sick finish. He's got one good big setup move.
Yeah.
Because he does the big press and then slam them.
F5 basically.
Kind of an F5. Yeah. So but I think Jindrak is better.
Yeah. I think I'll give you Jindrak. Kidman Ray is also an interesting conversation, but we both agreed in the year 2000 it probably is Kidman.
Currently in 2000, Kidman is way better than Ray.
Yeah, because it's like peak Kidman is sort of like 98 to 01.
Yeah.
And
peak Ray is 96, 7, 8.
Yeah, but then also the mid 2000s and also kind of now.
Yeah.
But not 2000.
Not 2000.
Ray with no mask is the worst.
And there's I think in general, the filthy animals are just lazy and don't try very hard and don't care.
And they're sad Hoovy got fired.
But I think peak Ray is better than peak Kidman.
Oh, I don't think that's a debate.
Yeah, but this Kidman is better than this Ray.
I think in most years you go Ray over Kidman.
Yeah,
but
I think Ray gets better towards the end, and then obviously into 2001 he's really good again.
Yeah,
when they do the cruiserweight tag.
Yeah, he's good now.
Then I think they get good. He gets good again. Yeah, but for now he's not. He's not the best.
But Ray has a real shitty 99 through now.
Yeah, this match was good. It was short,
and also Wright versus Disco. I think I might go Disco.
No, I go Alex Wright. That missile dropkick was fucking sick.
His missile dropkick was sweet.
I think
Disco could not do that. But
I think Disco's a better bumper.
He's proved himself so many times to be so damn solid.
I think he's a better bumper, but I think Alex Wright's a much flashier wrestler.
He's flashier,
and
sure.
He's got more athleticism. I think Disco's kind of just in good shape, but that's it.
I'm going to be a conscientious objector on Disco, but I'll give you the other two.
Internet, vote on this for us.
Who is better in October 2000, Disco or Alex Wright?
I think you also do Jindrak and O'Hare.
Also Jindrak and O'Hare. Also Kidman and Ray.
You do Kidman and Ray.
All three.
But I think Kidman and Ray is at least...
Send us your thoughts.
Telegrams.
Send us a telegram.
Telegram us.
Get on Telegram, the only messaging app you need.
Especially...
Sponsor of the show.
Especially if you're in one or two specific
groups.
Things. Yeah. But yeah, the match was short, but it was good.
Yep.
There was the ending was just everybody kind of fighting on the floor, and then just a clean pin by Kidman in the ring.
Yeah. Which is either the debut of his Unprettier, the Kid Makazi,
or he's been doing
Kid Crusher.
Kid Crusher.
What's the Kid Makazi?
The shooting
the Bulldog
Star.
No,
I don't know.
I think it's his
maybe the Bulldog
thing,
or is it the Powerbomb Facebuster?
No, that's You Can't Powerbomb Kidman.
That's not the name of the move.
I'm pretty sure it is.
All right, fine.
But yeah, it was either because it's the first time we've seen it, but
He could have been doing it on Thunder for a year.
Yeah,
and
for all we know, it's been on the last.
It's his Thunder finisher. You know what? I kind of like that idea, though.
I kind of like that
you
too.
Only have a finish for you have one finish that
a
you
Nitro
only use
finisher
on
and a
Nitro.
Thunder finisher.
That's pretty good.
And if you only watch one show, you never know the other one.
Yeah,
yeah,
which would be awesome.
That's pretty good.
It's also like your two wrestlers.
We should, because we only work for one Fed. But we should have a good wrestler finisher and a bad wrestler finisher. So like when you win, we know if you think they're good or not.
Yeah. Like you can do the honky tonk swinging neckbreaker currently,
the one where he doesn't even fall down.
And then the other one you can do like a Phoenix
Canadian Destroyer.
a Phoenix like splash or something. Yeah,
a Phoenix 630.
Yeah, Phoenix 630 or something. Then we get a promo in the back from Crowbar that is just him like saying gross dumb shit, like
trying to fuck Pamela,
they're wearing out the shocks on the bus every night, and he said something else that I like didn't approve of.
Well, it started with he was like he has like a walking stick.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, she asked him like, "What's up, Crowbar?" And he's like, "Oh, nothing, just polishing my staff,
my rod, I think, or something."
I think staff.
Yeah. I did not enjoy that at all.
It made you make a face.
That then literally made me say, fuck Crowbar. However, Chris Frank disagrees and says, finally an entertaining Crowbar.
He might not be wrong.
So he and I are on opposite ends.
I think the best Crowbar was...
A dead Crowbar?
Crowbar on commentary.
Yes.
When he was like eloquent guy who was also...
Smart man.
Insane. Yeah.
That was pretty good. So he's cutting this promo, and then Jimmy Hart, like out of nowhere, when was the last time Jimmy Hart was on TV? Runs out and says, like,
"You're
Crowbar,
booked.
You got to go to the ring. You just got booked." And he goes, like, "Oh, okay."
And we're like, "Is that how it happens?"
Yeah, and like also like you're just gonna tell wrestlers they're booked.
Jimmy Hart just finds you during the show.
Yeah. So Crowbar comes to the ring. Not to the 70s music.
No, to like the screaming Crowbar and Daffney
music, which just makes no fucking sense. And then out comes the returning Vampiro.
Yeah.
With shorter hair. MMA gloves.
Yeah.
Pleather pants.
Yeah.
With giant suspenders hanging off of them.
Pants which are exactly what current wrestler and sometimes 321 Battlestar Zane wears. Zane, did you get your gear from... late 2000s.
Are you doing final week of under contract WCW Vampiro cosplay? That's what I want to know.
Please let us know.
Because Vampiro was only around for another week.
Zane has been on the show before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Legitimate friend of the show.
God damn it, Zane. So at this point, then Vampiro comes out, has a sloppy as fuck match with Crowbar.
They brawl it up,
where it looks like Vampiro may have injured his knee, or like who knows?
Yeah,
he gets thrown into the stairs, and he gets front suplexed over the stairs onto the stairs, but like hits his knee,
and then has like a very serious limp,
and then like it can't even tell if he's actually hurt or not.
It's hard to say.
It's
Vampiro's inscrutable.
It's a really sloppy hardcore match where they then brawl over to where DJ Ran is.
Yep.
Then two druids just walk out with tables.
Yeah, good observation by Chris Frank there.
Well, he says the stair bump followed by the chair shove into Crowbar's face both make me very happy. And then he said one of the druids was obviously chewing gum.
As druids do.
He said, and then so they set up the double tables, stacked on each other. He then chokeslams Crowbar through them, and then just the match is over.
That's the end of the match. Match over due to tables.
He then goes back up to the ramp and cuts a promo about how the last time he was there was Mike Awesome powerbombing him over the top through a table.
Yep.
He then says a bunch of things about Mike Awesome, like counting your chickens and sheep and whatever. And then how, like, you want to do that shit to me? Like, I love that shit. I live for that shit. To which Chris Frank said, Vampiro needs a math lesson from Scott Steiner. He didn't even use any numbers. And then he asked, how long are Vampiro's nipples? 2000 versus now.
An interesting research topic.
Next, we get Conan comes out to the ring to cut a promo. Then Shane Douglas and Tori Wilson come out.
Arm in a sling and
cast. which we don't know if it's shoot or not.
Who knows?
We have no idea.
Shane Douglas does hurt his arm a lot.
But like
For real.
legitimately, Shane Douglas calls Conan Carlos multiple times,
And Conan gets fucking
and the second time I think
Jesus
actually
Christ.
pisses him off.
Yeah.
He then says that Tori Wilson looks like she needs a facial.
Yep.
He then also says, just like Tori Wilson, Shane, you're a big bitch. And then Shane Douglas attempts to Pearl Harbor Conan, but completely fucking botches it.
Completely.
So I don't know if he was supposed to try and throw a clothesline with the cast. Conan ducks in, whatever.
I don't know.
But
Whatever it was.
He goes to run, Conan turns around, and then Shane Douglas just stops.
Yeah.
And Conan just, like, reverses him into the ropes.
It was so ugly.
And then just, like, the referee shows
Then
up.
a match
And it's
happens.
a match that's going to happen at the pay-per-view.
Correct.
So, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, the match is just Conan, like, bumping Douglas, but, like, they do, like, the saddest, like... Is he trying to do, like, an arm drag or a hip toss?
It's like a roll into a submission, but the roll was so sad.
But, like,
and slow.
but Douglas couldn't do it because of the
Exactly, yeah, because the arm was in
pass.
his way.
So, like, Conan drops down, and then he, like... guides Douglas to the ground over top of him, and then
puts him in,
rolls
like,
over him.
And puts him in sort of a ground octopus.
Puts him in a ground octopus that, like, it looks like Douglas is tapping out with his foot.
Which he should be, because, like, if you put a guy in a cast, in a submission, he should probably tap out. But he doesn't. And the quote-unquote match continues.
And then Tori pulls a chain out of her giant cleavage.
Yep.
Gives it to Douglas, who then has to wrong-handedly punch Conan in the back of the neck with it.
You can tell that Shane Douglas is not too strong with his left arm.
He is not a lefty.
No, because that punch was... yikes, that was me. That was also me lefty.
That's like anyone trying to throw a baseball with their wrong hand.
Yeah, it was bad.
So, Chris Frank has said that Conan in this promo was about to turn Shane out on the street. He said Shane had better have my money.
Yeah, Conan was going to make Shane put that boy pussy on the stroll.
So, next up, we have the main event, which was Scott Steiner and Mike Awesome.
Pretty good.
It was a pretty good match. I love Mike Awesome's offense. It's pretty simple,
Yeah.
but it's pretty awesome.
It's good.
Top rope clotheslines.
Yep.
Top rope shoulder tackles. Spring over the top rope shoulder tackles.
Yep.
Spring over the top rope splashes.
Power bombs.
Power bombs. Top rope splashes.
Yep.
Like he does
top rope power bombs.
Top rope power bombs. He does awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Like pun intended. Mike Awesome is awesome.
Yeah, he's great. He's Mike great.
As we started off the show though with Scott Steiner brought a tiger to the fucking
Did
ring.
you mention that Scott Steiner brought a goddamn
And the tiger,
live tiger?
did not want to go down.
He was not happy.
At first, you can see, because like the camera is not directly on the ramp.
Yeah.
It's a little bit back.
Yeah, they're coming off
And you
from
can
the side.
see the tiger getting led out by his, like, I guess obviously owner
Handlers.
and the owner's wife.
Yeah.
And Scott Steiner. So like the owner and Steiner both have chains on the tiger.
Yeah, and right when it's coming out, it's literally like if you try to walk a cat on a leash.
Yeah. So
it
pulls back.
It pulls back
and tries to like pull away.
and like lies down.
And then they pull it up to its feet, and it like kind of attacks its owner's leg a little bit.
It throws a shot,
But, like, it didn't, like... I don't think it was, like, trying to hurt it.
No.
It was just, like, agitated
Yeah.
and, like, I don't want to do this. Stop
Yeah.
making me do this.
Then I think Scott Steiner asserted dominance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He definitely fucked that tiger.
and then
they managed to get it to walk
and then the
down
tiger
there.
like seemed to behave.
And
after
then
that.
there's 30 or 40 feet behind is Medeja, who is terrified
is
of the
as close
tiger.
as she is getting.
Does not want to be near that tiger, which I
Nope.
do not blame her.
Why?
The tiger is bigger than her.
He was a good boy.
It's still bigger than her, even with her giant tatas. Like, it was going to kill her.
He was nice.
But, of course, like, we get... At one point, there was weird... Like, Steiner... Awesome goes to run off the rope. Steiner... or Medeja grabs Awesome's leg.
Barely.
But she gets there.
got
But
it.
she almost missed it.
Yeah.
Then Awesome turns around to yell at her. Steiner clobbers him. Then tells Medeja to get in the ring.
Yeah, so Steiner stuns Awesome. So Awesome's like against the ropes. He yells at Medeja to get in and kick him.
So she gets in, throws a high kick.
And Awesome bumps over the ropes.
Bumps over those, and then she just gets out of the ring. And so does Steiner.
And everyone's cool with it.
And then they do a little bit on the floor. They get back in the ring.
Yeah.
And then Awesome goes for a running Awesome Bomb, which he hasn't done in WCW.
I don't think so.
At least not on Nitros. Maybe on Thunder.
Maybe it might be his Thunder finisher.
It's Thunder finisher. And Asia like grabs his leg again. The ref goes to like stop her. He clobbers him with a pipe. And then we get the now notorious
classic
WCW of, interference or like a weapon that leads to the finish, but not directly to the finish.
It's interference / weapon, near fall, then maybe finish in a minute or two.
Yes, which is exactly what it was.
Yeah.
He then puts him in the Steiner recliner, wins,
Cling,
and then
win.
that's literally that's the end of the show. Like they must have been running over. He goes to get out of the ring,
like he
and
gets
then
to the ring to get in Booker's face on commentary, and end of show.
Yeah. So Chris Frank said that I'll say it, not a bad main event, no run-ins, the direct interference from Medeja in front of the referee didn't make sense, but I'll take it. Would recommend to someone who has the very specific taste of not terrible nitros from the year of 2000.
I believe this does qualify as a not terrible Nitro from the year 2000.
I would say it's in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't think, there was one good match and one okay match.
Yeah.
And the rest was just whatever. Although it's getting better. It's
Yeah.
way better than it was even, a month ago.
Yeah.
Before they went to Australia, it was still bad.
Yeah.
They went to Australia and did some pretty good stuff, and now they're,
I think they, remember, what it was like to perform in front of a crowd that cared.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, we can try again.
Yeah.
So, it's still not great.
No, don't get us wrong. It's still October 2000 Nitro.
Yes.
But
again, it does get better.
on the sliding scale, it's okay.
Oh, my legs. Oh, I've been sitting down too long.
Want me to rub your legs?
Yeah, but real high. It's not my calf, it's high on my leg.
How high?
Really high. Get up there.
Like here?
A little more.
Like here?
Not quite.
Higher?
Higher.
True, that's really high.
Yeah,
I don't even.
That's where my legs
Sure,
are.
I'm not sure that's leg anymore.
That's definitely not leg. That's my wiener.
Are we getting wings?
We are, in fact, getting wings. We are then going to go see the new Jordan Peele film.
Oos.
Oos. Oh.
U.S. Oh, is it a commentary about America?
Ooso.
Us. U.S.
It might be.
Wait, it doesn't say...
It's an Uso biopic.
Does it say Us, a film by Jordan Peele? Us, a film. USA film by Jordan Peele.
FJP.
FJP. Fuck Jewish
priest.
people.
Wow.
3 brackets.
I think you've cracked the code, sir.
Jordan Peele, noted anti-Semite.
Except for, look at his wife. His wife is the Jewiest Jew that's ever Jewed. That knows.
She's that.
That knows.
She's that. She's the Jewy-looking Italian.
Yeah, but she's.
I guess she's Jewish.
She's Jewy.
All right.
Chelsea Peretti.
Clinton.
Kelsey Clinton. Which
actually, that's another funny Jewish-related thing about a different Chelsea. The tweet that made Cumtown member Adam Friedland have to leave Twitter. Chelsea Clinton's not even Jewish. She's just ugly.
That sucks that he had to leave Twitter for that.
Because she responded to it because she was name searching herself. He didn't even tag her.
That's really funny.
That's so
really
lame.
Funny that you're like, I need to see what people are talking about.
What a
in
bitch.
2019 or 18.
What a lame bitch. Chelsea Clinton, your dad's cooler than you.
I mean,
hot take.
Fuck yeah, he is.
Hot take. Chelsea Clinton, you'll never fuck a woman 30 years younger than you.
Not with that attitude.
With that attitude, name searching yourself. Oh, so you can call out a guy named Adam Friedland for being anti-Semitic.
Mm-hmm. That's a Jew.
Good move, Chelsea. You came off smelling like roses off of that one. I see no reason to continue talking as opposed to going to go get wings.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not even paying attention.
I'm sorry. I didn't know we were still doing a podcast.
But yeah, no, I would enjoy some wings. And then third member of our trio,
our ragtag group,
will be on his way soon.
Our Misfits in Action.
No thanks.
All right.
Wait, unless I can be the wall as Hacksaw, and
maybe.
you have to commit to blackface.
Now that's a game everyone can play.
There's no losers in that game.
Nope.
Only winners.
So instead of MIA, can it be Can it be NIA? And that's the end of the show.